Welcome back to Black Swan Outdoors, and today we're going to do a continuation of talking about notebooks again. We're going to do another video about notebooks. I know this will probably be one of the last videos that we'll do on notebooks, unless other people want me to continue doing some books on this. But today we're going to talk about writing utensils in your books, kind of alternative writing utensils. So of course, you know, the Write in the Rain pen I really like with the Write in the Rain notebooks. They seem to work really, really well. Of course, pencil works great too because it's erasable. But what we're going to talk about today is just kind of some alternatives that you can use for your notebook. So one of the things we talked about in a previous video that you can check out is the strip map. So I won't go into too much detail about how you could use a strip map or how to set that up, because we already did a video on that. But one of the alternative ways in which you can create a strip map in your notebook is to use what is called here a fabric pen. And this is just basically just used for marking cloth as you're doing sewing projects and such. The advantage of this is that it's water soluble, so you can just wet that cloth and the markings goes completely away. The other pen here that we're going to talk about is kind of the IR pen or blue light or black light pen, however you want to call it. It's essentially just a pen that has invisible ink that can be revealed with a IR pen light. So here you can see we just created a strip map with the light, with the black light. And so what this might do is this would help you that if you're going through a checkpoint of any kind, borders, whatever, and you didn't want people to see what was written in your notebook, whatever it is, a strip map or any of the other topics that we've talked about, that you could use this light then to kind of reveal that information. Of course, you can put routes out, and I think we talked about this in posts before, you know, highlighting specific travel routes on a map, and that you can follow. So again, if you're traveling with a map, you could indicate where you needed to go or provide this directions to people, or easy enough, just make yourself a strip map. So that water solubility I think is important. So the water solubility I think is relatively important, and because it just goes away very quickly. Now you might be thinking, like, if I was in a situation where you know, I needed to kind of destroy essentially evidence or information, how could you do that quickly? And you could light a match on a piece of paper, but this Write in the Rain doesn't work as well as some of these notebooks. When we're talking about destruction, I really like these small notebooks with very, very thin paper, just because that's going to burn a lot faster, a lot quicker. So these little notebooks are fantastic for one-time pads, for example, which we did a whole post on Patreon. You can check that out if you're interested in one-time pads. And we also did a video on showing how to destroy paper without any smoke, so you can check that video out. But as I said, you know, we have your strip map here, and because this is a Write in the Rain notebook, it's water soluble, or it's not water, it's waterproof, and you just pour a little bit of water on there and your map just goes away. And you can see here the IR, I just poured it on the IR, and you still have your map. So if you had gotten your map you know, wet, your secret route or message or whatever would still remain, which is pretty cool. We did another video too, since we're talking about water solubility, about tissue maps. So this is a tissue map that I've used in a couple videos. It's something that also, if you want to learn more about, you can have. But the nice thing about it too is it's also pretty destructive in water, as you can see. Just goes into nothing, just turns into essentially toilet paper. So if you wanted to destroy a map very quickly, this is exactly how you could do it very, very fast. Now another alternative here with maps is using like a cravat or a bandana, a t-shirt, anything like that, that you could put your map on. And so this could be the lining inside of a jacket, for example. This could be a pair of socks. This could be, you know, anything that could be of tissue or of cotton material, and you just basically just wipe that away. So actually, you can kind of still see a bit of the map here in the water, so just make sure we get it nice and doused and it's gone. So let's say you're in a escape and evasion situation, you have a secret map on you, you make it to a creek or water source, and you can just get rid of that map very quickly before it gets into enemy hands, if that's your situation. But yeah, so that is just a couple different tips for using in your notebook writing and other situations. Hopefully you found this video interesting. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back with more videos soon.